Hey guys, welcome to the Field of 68 YouTube channel. If you like what you see here, hit that subscribe button and you'll get more college basketball content just like this. All right, so sticking in the ACC, let's talk a little bit about North Carolina. They lost last night at Georgia Tech. I think RJ Davis played fantastic. The rest of that roster was not great. Cormac Ryan, Harrison Ingram combined 6 for 28 from the floor. And I just closed out the box score on my desktop, but they were not very good from three as well. So what do you make of this loss? What do you make of Georgia Tech? What do you make of, does this impact the way that you view North Carolina at all?
No, Georgia Tech's a weird place to play. It really is. It's a different. You know how the pit works, wherever you have to walk down a mile to get down to the floor. Georgia Tech kind of has the same thing, but they finally added locker rooms beside the floor to where at least the visiting team could go in there and talk. No, it's a tough place to play. Somebody tweeted this out. I can't remember who it was. I wish I did because I would quote them. But the last two coaches to beat North Carolina and Duke in the same season, do you know who they were?
Josh Pastner?
In their first season at their new school.
Oh,
do you know
first season.
First season.
I do not. Who are they?
Kevin Keats.
Okay.
Sidney Lowe, both at NC State.
All right.
So is this a predictor of like how successful Damon Stoudemire is going to be? Probably not. But what I will say is it's, we love our guy Pastner. I love Josh. I think a breath of fresh air with Damon coming in there, and he's going to be able to get guys out of Atlanta. He's going to be able to take on that recruiting scene. There's guys on that roster with Kawasi Reeves, who was a top 30 kid coming out, and so that Bay and Dongo has turned out to be a really good player. He didn't play much last night, but he's turned out to be a really good player, multi-time ACC freshman of the year. I think Georgia Tech's going to get going, and they're a tough out. And here's the thing: I understand, like, it takes time. They haven't won a whole lot of games, but they did win at Clemson, and then they win at home against North Carolina. They got to take care of the other ones, and they've played close with Duke and some of these other teams. It's not going to be easy to turn that place around because it's hard to get kids into school at Georgia Tech. There's some inherent disadvantages at Georgia Tech, but I think it's going to take a while. But I also think, hey, they're going to continue to improve, and they're going to get some players there. I'm fairly confident in saying so.
Damon Stoudemire, like who wouldn't?
Yeah, it's Damon Stoudemire. How could you not want to play for him? Every interview he does is awesome. I mean,
and he's Damon Stoudemire, his Mighty Mouse. Like, I don't know how many. Maybe the kids that are coming into college these days don't remember him, but all you got.
I don't think they do. But here's where he might.
Compilation. It's really not. There's a million of them out there. Like, go play and be like, hey, look, I was a bad motherfucker one day. Okay,
they have the Portland Jailblazers on NBA 2K, and Damon's starting point guard. So the players might know who he is. Like might know him from his playing days too. Obviously, he's been a good coach. Dude, if you're going 500 at Pacific, like, you're doing a heck of a job. That's a tough gig. And then he goes from there to Boston Celtics, stays there for a while. I think he's going to be fine. I think Georgia Tech's in a good spot. I think they made the right hire. They're a tough out. Going back to North Carolina, though.
Real quick, true or false statement. You are a little bit biased towards Stoudemire because you're a big fan of guys named Damon. True or false?
Yes, that could also be true. My son was fired up because he was watching. His name's Damon. What? His name's Damon. Losing his mind.
My son's named Chase, and anytime we drive by a bank, he's like, Dad, that's my name over there. It's pretty funny when people see their name and they react.
No, Damon, he goes nuts. Made the All-Star team, by the way. Had a 20-piece last night at one point. Landed Damon, shout out to him. No, but it's Georgia Tech's going to be fine. Going back to North Carolina, though, Harrison Ingram, Cormac Ryan, they just had an off night. I'm not overly worried. I think those two kids are talented. I don't know how many more games the rest of the season where both of those guys are going to combine for 6 of 28 from the field. I just don't think that's going to happen. This was an off shooting night. Basketball is a long season. I'm losing zero faith in North Carolina. I like that team, and I'm going to continue to like that team. I think Hubert's done a fantastic job with that bunch.
Yeah, if a foul gets called at the end, RJ Davis makes both free throws. It's an entirely different conversation.
It wasn't a foul. It wasn't a foul. It wasn't a foul.
Would that foul have gotten called if it was Tyrese Proctor playing in Cameron Indoor Stadium?
Apparently so. Apparently so.
All right.
Ridiculous. Hey, you know what, Jeff? We were doing a show last night. Jeff was like, well, Armando Bacot has to be a guy. I don't agree with that. I don't agree. You don't need 15 and 15 from Armando anymore. Because quite frankly, he's not that good of an offensive player. Like, what I mean by that is, like, he's not the most skilled. He's not going to step out and shoot. He's not going to drop step you to death. What you need him to be is what he is. He needs to be the best rebounder in North Carolina history. He needs to be a rim catcher and a dunker. That's pretty much it. If you can get two post moves and scores a game, I think you're thrilled with that. But I think there's enough talent with Cormac and Harrison Ingram and Elliot Cadeau and RJ to where you don't need him to be that guy this year. And quite frankly, I think they're better off because of it. And he can go back to doing what he's great at. And when I say great, all-time leader in North Carolina history, great rebounder. That's just what he is. Guys, there's nothing wrong with that. Let him be that.
And I think that part of the reason why North Carolina is as good as they are this season is that he's
less of a factor
when it comes to like he's like, I will do my job. I don't need to go out here and try to prove who I am. I will do my job. So yeah, I'm with you on that. I tend to agree with you more than I agree with Jeff. It would be nice to see him.
I think that's a general thing.
Yeah. No, sometimes I just want to see Bacot, like, you're just waiting for that game where he goes for like 28 and 20.
I don't think it's coming this year.
Yeah.
It might come against Louisville.
But I'm saying, like, he gets 14 offensive rebounds and finishes like 9 of them from, you know what I mean? Like, at some point you're just kind of waiting for that blow up game. But like at the end of the day, RJ Davis is the guy that's going to carry you where you need to go. So
yes.
All right. As you guys know by now, we've partnered with BetMGM this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we'll have special offers for the listeners and the viewers of the Field of 68 each and every week of the college basketball season. We have a special offer that will be available starting on Tuesday, January 9th and running through Monday, February 12th, the morning after Super Bowl 58. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, in honor of the big game, you can use the bonus code FIELD158 and you'll get $158 in free bets on your first wager with BetMGM, regardless of whether or not you win that first bet. Here's how you make it work. Download the BetMGM app. Sign up using the bonus code FIELD158. Deposit at least $5 and place your first wager on any game. You'll receive $158 in bonus bets, regardless of the outcome of your bet. Just make sure that you use that bonus code FIELD158 when you sign up. And remember, BetMGM is now available under one wallet in select states. As a New Jersey resident, this is super convenient when I have to go cover games in New York or Philly, which happens quite a bit. When you cross state borders, you just log into your existing account and fire away. You don't have to create separate accounts in each state. It's easy, it's simple, it's clean. And most importantly, we have some fun stuff coming up for the heart of the college basketball season. Bet insurance tokens, college hoops odd boosts, and my favorite, a nice juicy parlay boost. So download the BetMGM app and sign up today. Field 158. Thank you for watching the Field of 68. If you've enjoyed what you've seen here, hit that like button, share this link with your friends, or check out the description for some other places that you can consume Field of 68 content.